Hi, Tom here. In this week's Circle Line Art School video, I'll show you one way to draw a building in two-point perspective step by step. When drawing perspective, we need to draw a horizontal line for the horizon, which represents the furthest distance that we can see. Next, for two-point perspective, we need to draw two vanishing points, as far apart as possible from each other and on the horizon line. These vanishing points will be the points where parallel lines look like they meet if they were to recede from us. The next step in this drawing is to draw a short vertical line above the horizon line in the middle, near the middle of your page. This will be the corner of the first building block. Next, to draw the sides of this top part of the building, draw two lines to the right vanishing point and two lines to the left vanishing point for the right hand side and the left hand side of the cuboid. Now we can draw two vertical lines between these two diagonal lines going to the vanishing points on either side. Next, for the underneath of this cuboid, as we're looking up at it, we can draw a diagonal line from the bottom right vertical line to the vanishing point on the left, and then another line from the bottom left vertical line to the vanishing point on the right. Now we have a cuboid, a box shape that we're looking up at. Next, we can repeat this process of drawing a cuboid in two-point perspective, but with a new vertical line, a new corner line of the cuboid, and this time to the left, slightly to the left of the first vertical line that we drew. Again, use the two vanishing points to find the side angles of this building block, which is smaller than the first building block that we drew at the top. This new cuboid has the horizon line going through it, which means that we're looking up at it at the top part of the cuboid, the block, but we're looking down at it at the bottom part of the cuboid because anything below the horizon line we're looking down at. Anything on the horizon line we're looking straight at. So above the horizon line we're looking up, below the horizon line we're looking down, and if we're looking straight to the horizon line, our eyes are looking straight ahead. Now we can repeat a new block again, starting this time with a vertical line to the right of our first vertical line that we drew in this drawing. For this building, I want to make the bottom block much bigger than the top block, so it's not top heavy. So I'll choose to draw the vertical lines to show where the edge of this block happen on the left and the right. I'll choose these lines far away from us so that they are nearer the vanishing points, and that will make a bigger cuboid. Next, we could draw a rectangle in perspective on the top cuboid, using our vanishing point on the left. And then by using the vanishing point on the right, we can give it a little bit of depth as well. So it makes it look like an insert. You could add more 3D structures to your building using the same process, the same two-point perspective, so that they work, so that they look 3D. Make sure that all the vertical lines that you add stay vertical to each other, and all of the diagonal lines, as long as they're parallel shapes, need to go either to the left or the right vanishing point, depending if they're going towards the left or towards the right. So for example, the sides of a cuboid that are going away from us will go towards the vanishing point. Because they are parallel, the sides of a cuboid are parallel, and they'll be going to the left. If they're going in that direction, they'll be going to the left vanishing point, and if they're going to the right direction, they'll be going to the right vanishing point. And then if we have several cuboids all together, if all of the cuboids are parallel to each other, we just use the 2 vanishing points. Next, in the foreground, we can add some steps. Draw a line from the right vanishing point all the way across to the left. Then, where it crosses the baseline of the base cuboid, draw a vertical line on the left-hand surface of the base cuboid. Now we can draw another vertical line nearby. We can use the left vanishing point to mark out the angle of the steps, and then one more line from the right vanishing point to make a rectangular base for our steps in 2-point perspective in the foreground. We can now draw another line halfway up the 2 vertical lines that we've just drawn, this time going towards the left vanishing point. And then we can draw a new diagonal line to show the angle of the steps. Just choose the angle that you wish. We could extend this new diagonal line up through the surface of the base of the cuboid if you want, and then draw another rectangle at the top surface of this cuboid in 2-point perspective. Once you have that in place, or something similar, so that you've got a shape to place the steps and a diagonal on which to draw them, just divide the sloping line, this diagonal line, into a series of evenly spaced steps, and all of these lines will be going away from us in 2-point perspective. They're only going in one direction, so we're going to use the left-hand vanishing point for all of them. When the steps are in place, we can add the risers of the steps, the vertical lines of the steps, and that creates a sort of zigzag shape on the edges of steps. And then you should have some simple steps going up to our building. Now these diagonal lines won't be going to left, they'll be going towards the right vanishing point because they're going in that direction. I think I'll extend some of the lines at the corners in this drawing so it looks more like a sketch. You could just add some simple shading to your drawing using just 2 tonal values. For this drawing I'm using a 4B pencil. You could make a dark tonal value for the parts we're looking up at, and then maybe a mid-tone for all the parts of the building which are on the right. You could add some diagonal shading, graded shading, sort of going from dark to light, for the windows, and maybe some reflective shading on the ground, just repeating some of the shapes above at a softer tonal value lower down, to make it look a bit like a reflection. Thank you very much for watching this drawing. I hope you find it useful for your own drawing. I post a new video every week. Please visit my website circlelineartschool.com to learn more. Thanks for watching and see you next time.